Here is the Cowboys' 53-man roster according to me. Quarterback.
Okay.
Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush. The end.
So you kept Rush over.
I can't believe you took Rush over Gilbert.
Who cares? Dak and whoever.
No, I'm just asking.
Dak and a guy that hangs out and they let practice.
Let's roll a mannequin out there.
They used to have one.
Less turnovers, maybe. Yeah. Running back, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. The end.
2.
Wide receiver, Mari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Noah Brown, Cedric Wilson. 4. This is how you get to keep all the defensive players you want, because CeeDee Lamb right now doesn't count.
You got rid of Cedric Wilson or Noah Brown?
No, got them both there. Coop, Gallup, Brown, Wilson. I did not name CeeDee Lamb because he doesn't count.
The COVID stuff.
He's on the COVID list. He does not have to fill a 53-man spot at the moment.
Okay.
So
I see what you did.
Yeah, so when you're cutting down, don't worry about CeeDee because he's free.
Okay.
Offensive line. Tyron, Biotish, Martin, Collins, McGovern, Nsekhe, Steele, Knight, Josh Ball, who will then go to IR, but he has to make the team first.
Right.
I did not count Connor Williams because he's free.
Right.
He's on the COVID list.
That's how you got Ball on.
So I'm keeping 9 offensive linemen, but then one of them is going to go to IR, and that spot will be filled by Connor Williams, who currently doesn't count. So 9 offensive linemen. Jarwin Schultz McEwen at tight end, and then McEwen will go to IR, and you can bring in one of the COVID guys in his spot. Call it CeeDee Lamb. Defensive line. Tank Lawrence, Randy Gregory, Neville Gallimore, Odighizuwa, Brent Urban, Dorrance Armstrong, Terrell Basham, Quentin Bohanna, Rondell Carter, Justin Hamilton, Bradley Anai. I kept that many for a reason, just to illustrate the exercise of what they can do. If they like Anai, Hamilton, Carter, could they keep all of them? Yep, at least for a minute, because what they're going to do is they're going to send Gallimore to IR. Then Carlos Watkins is going to fill his spot, coming off the COVID list, and you still have all of these guys, and you'll only have to cut one person out of all that I'm doing because you have one more guy on the COVID list than you do that will be going to IR.
You had Carter on, right, is what you said?
I had Carter. I had Rondell Carter and defensive tackle Justin Hamilton and Bradley Anai.
I think my gut is that they would keep Carter over Bradley Anai. That's my gut.
And if you wanted to lose Anai, then guess what you get to do? You can go keep Simi or find a third running back or a fullback.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Linebacker, Parsons, Neal, Vander Esch, Smith, Cox, Gifford. 6th linebacker.
Did you initially not have the 6th linebacker?
I'd never had a 6th linebacker, so I think
until Gifford played well yesterday.
Well, I think I was doing this as just the point of the exercise
to show how brilliant you are.
No, that because of the COVID list that you have room. If you want a 6th linebacker, keep him.
Love it.
If you want an 11th defensive lineman, keep him.
Yeah.
You do have that ability initially, and out of all the guys you name, only one of them is going to have to go at some point a few days later, but you can keep all of these guys for a hot second before you figure out which one do I want to get rid of. Corner, Anthony Brown, Trevon Diggs, Jordan Lewis, Kelvin Joseph, Nashawn Wright, Maurice Kennedy, C.J. Goodwin. 7, but really 6.
Right.
Because C.J. Goodwin is not a corner. Safety, Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, Jaron Kearse, Israel Mukwamu, and then you will have DeMonte KZ coming off of the COVID list at some point, and that'll be your 4th guy coming off of that list, which means that one name out of all the names I've given you will have to be cut. Just one.
Bradley and I.
So you just drop an eye, and are you good with everything else?
Well, but I just have a feeling something's going to happen there. Yeah, I think you're right about the defensive lineman. with Hamilton.
You can
and
keep a ton.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, but you're going to have to figure out that running back situation. Does it mean enough to have a third one, or are you just going to go with those two kids on the practice squad? You know, Hardy and...
What is your view on that? Do you think that you need a third? Like if because the only reason you would need a third is if you're saying, well, one of my two running backs gets hurt in the first quarter, and I don't feel like one running back is enough to get through a game. Yeah. To me, that's the only reason you would need a third one.
Yeah.
Because if you had an injury where you lost a guy, fine. Your next running back's on the practice squad. Bring him up next week.
Right.
Like I'm not worried about it. I'd roll with just two.
That's what I'm going to do.
Steven doesn't sound like they are. Yeah. That was kind of the route he went.
I wonder if he's going to think about keeping, and he's going to keep the fullback.
Ralston.
Yeah.
Thunder thighs.
Keep Ralston and have two running backs, one fullback. That's what I wonder if they would do that, at least for the first week.
Maybe. He said, it's easy for other teams to look at their depth chart and see it's obvious they need another running back.
Right.
So I don't know if that was crutch words that Steven was using with the obvious, but it kind of, I think it's listening rare. To that, I felt.
I think it's rare to carry two running backs. I don't know how many teams do, but I feel like it might be zero. It's definitely not a lot.
Teams really should, because that third guy, he's not giving you much value.
Well, most times he's not going to play unless he's a
special teams guy. Yeah. That's the only thing. There you go. That's the only reason why. Yeah.
Good point.
The only reason I would carry three running backs is because what if on the first play of the game Zeke pulls his hammy? Yeah. Are you not comfortable playing Tony Pollard every snap of the game for 1 week? And I'd be like,
yeah, we're fine. If it's in the middle of a game, somebody can do it enough.
Yeah, we can play this.
You didn't have Darian Thompson on this team, did you?
I did not have Darian Thompson. I think you have to make a decision at safety as the Cowboys on which one of six isn't going to make it.
Okay. He didn't play at all yesterday?
Which, man, that would sound like he is on the team.
But then again, it might be a deal where they didn't want to play him because they didn't want to get him hurt. Could be that, too.
Oh, for like a settlement?
Yeah.
Type of dealy-dealy?
Yeah, like they didn't want him to get in the game and all of a sudden have to give him 2 or 3 games as a settlement.
And 254 says, I thought Curse was cut. Well, J-Ron Curse, we live in a social media world where he tweeted out, "This sucks." And so a lot of people were assuming it meant that he was being released. Michael Gelkin is saying he has not been released, so he doesn't know what that tweet's about. And maybe he will be, maybe he won't be. But officially, he has not. And so until somebody tells me Curse isn't on this team, I'm putting him on.
Wasn't there another thing that like he had taken off his mentions of Dallas Cowboys on his bio?
He doesn't have any of that on his bio at all.
Do we know that they were?
That's what I was told.
Okay, because I'd never looked at it.
I'm waiting for the waiver wire right now. I mean, I'm about to ask my guys in the league to send me the waiver wire and see if the Cowboys.
He might have just got COVID. You know, I could see tweeting this sucks due to COVID. You know,
I mean, it could be this sucks that a bunch of people are getting cut right now.
Yeah, he's losing buddies or something like that.
Anything, but we live in the world where we just assume whatever you tweeted must apply to whatever I'm thinking about right now. So there you go, 53 guys. We did it.